Hello. We've looked at lakes and caves, so today let's take a look at some of our mountains. Now mind you, I'll only show a few examples here. However, elements are abundant all across our plain. The areas I like to share typically have a dominant element along with many others, and that is the beauty. When they mix up below and they get heated, they produce much to look at for us on surface. First is Lead Mountain. It stands at 1,479 feet tall, and it's a peak in eastern Maine. The southern slopes of Lead Mountain are dedicated to studying the effects of acid deposits on landscape. Next is Gold Hill Mountain in Africa. Gold was discovered in South Africa's Witwatersrand Basin in 1886, and since then, around half of all the gold mined throughout the world has originated from this source. Next is the Crystal Mountain in the western United States. It's a part of the Cascade Range of Washington and southeast Seattle. Next is Iron Mountain. It is in Northern California. The Iron Mountain mine outside of Redding has been described as a hellish pit where acid water sloshes against your boots, greenish bacterial slime comes out of the walls, and the stalactites and stalagmites are made of acid salt, copper, and iron. It's said they jut out like rusty daggers. There's a shaft that leads to a place deeper inside where researchers recently found 6 unique strains of bacteria living in a bed of pink slime that are part of a little understood biochemical cycle that devours iron and produces a sulfuric acid. It creates a nightmarish broth of copper, zinc, and arsenic. Next we have the Sulphur Mountain, which is in the Canadian Rocky Mountains. It stands 2,451 meters. Next, we'll go deep into Western Australian desert. And there lies a pristine lake called Lake Deborah. It's protected within a salt harvest sanctuary. This ancient salt lake provides a sustainable source of magnesium, and it has been harvested by a privately owned and operated Western Australia company since 1944. It's free from modern pollutants. These preserved salt deposits at Lake Deborah are created naturally by wind, rain, and sun. Next, we'll take a look at Iceberg Lake. Its cobalt blue lake runs along the 700 miles of mountain range trails in Montana. Mount Wilbur is to the south, and Iceberg Peak is to the west of the lake. Next is Lake Magadi. It is a sludge of alkaline water, crystal trona deposits, and is the world's second largest source of sodium carbonate It's located in Kenya, Africa. Next is Mount Toromoco, meaning in Spanish, a bull with no horns. It is a mountain in the Junin region of Peru, and it hosts a large polymetallic metal deposit. It is now owned by the Aluminum Corporation of China, whom has estimated being able to obtain 210,000 tons of copper. The last thing I'm going to talk about are the 7 highest mountains in our known world, which are the Himalayas, which line the Nepal and China border, except for the K2, and it lines the Pakistan-China border. Our largest is Mount Everest, towering at 8,848 meters above sea level. The Himalayas do include over 50 mountains. They are home to a diversity of medicinal resources. Plants from the forest have been used for millennia to treat conditions ranging from simple coughs to snake bites. Different parts of different plants, such as the roots, flower, stem, leaves, and bark, are all used for remedies for different ailments. Bark from certain trees are used to treat coughs and bronchitis. Leaves and stem paste are used for wounds and an antidote of snake bites. The Himalayan salts were formed due to the sea became landlocked and then evaporated, leaving a dense salt deposit, colored by a common pink microorganism that had lived in it. That deposit ended up at the border of the continental plate, and then it was pushed up the mountain range in Pakistan. So again, I just wanted to show the beauty in the alchemy while we take in a few facts about our world. Sometimes it seems like we're going so fast that we forget to pay attention to the beautiful things in life. And that's about all I have, so have a good day.